Hello everyone. I hope that you are enjoying your online classes and you are doing your study properly. So let's start our new lesson, that lesson number 5, separation of substances. So be ready with your notebook, your writing material and write the aim and the keyword of this session. This is our first session of lesson number 5. So write the aim and the keyword of this session. Aim of this session is describe the principles and techniques involved in separating mixtures of solids by traditional methods. Okay. So write the aim properly in your good handwriting. Again, see, describe the principles and techniques involved in separating mixtures of solids by traditional methods. Written? Yes. Now write the keywords of this section. First, hand picking. Second, threshing. Then, winnowing. And fourth, seeding. Okay? Written? Yes. Now, let's start our main point. Have you heard the word mixtures? Yes, in our daily life we can see many mixtures like milk, air, soil. Many examples are there that we have to observe. These are the examples, but can you tell me what are the mixtures? So mixtures are, we can say that when two or more things we are mixing together, so that is known as mixtures. For example, milk. Okay, in milk, water is also there. Correct? Many minerals are there. Cream is there. So these three are the substances. Okay, don't confuse between the substance and mixture. Like we have learned in first lesson that ingredients and our food atom. For making food atoms, we are using different kinds of ingredients. Correct? Same we are doing here. Mixture means what? When all these substances, means 2 or 3 substances, we are mixing each other, then we can get the mixture like this. So water, minerals and creams are the substances, okay, that we are adding each other and making our milk. So understood the first thing about this session, that is what are the mixtures. Then we can see the examples like soil. In soil, small stones are also there. Soil, then water, many minerals. So all these are substances get together and then form your soil. Then air, we can say that air is also a mixture of different gases like oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide. So nitrogen, carbon dioxide, oxygen are the substances, okay, and air is your mixture. So understood the difference between the mixture and the substances? Yes. Now I have written here solid, liquid and gas. Why I have written this? So whatever your substances are there, maybe they are solid, liquid or gases. Okay. Can you distinguish between the solid, liquid and gases? Yes, solid means for example wood, metal, duster, bag, table. All these are solids. Liquid like milk, juices, water. Okay. These are liquid. And gas means what? We cannot see, but we can feel. Like oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen. So this is the part of solid, liquid and gas. But what is the relation of these substances to this? You can see here water is a liquid. Okay. Then if we are saying about the soil, the stones are in solid form. Means it is not compulsory that mixture is made up of solid plus solid. No. Maybe the mixture is of solid plus liquid. maybe the mixture is of liquid plus gas, and maybe the mixture is of solid plus solid. So your mixture may contain solid, liquid and gas. Understood? Understood the examples of solid, liquid and gas? Okay. So here we have completed 2 points. First is what are the mixture, then example of mixture. Then we learn the difference between the mixture and substances, and then we have learned the substances may be of solid, liquid or gas. Understood? Clear? Yes. Now here I have written methods. Now which methods? Okay, our lesson name is what? Separation of substances. Means what? We are separating substances from mixture. Correct? But here many methods we are using. Okay? For example, if your mother is giving tea, okay, at the morning we are drinking that tea. But before she is giving us tea, she is removing the tea leaves. Means she is separating the tea leaves. Correct? That is our day-to-day life example. If you are eating poha, then we don't want chilies. Again we are separating the chilies. Correct? But it is not possible in all cases to separate the substances. If I told you to separate the salt from the sand, means there is a mixture of salt plus sand. Can you separate sand or salt? Can you separate? No. Why? Because salt and sand, the particles are in same size. Means we cannot separate the substances. And that's why we are using some methods to separate out the substances. Understood why we are using? In your textbook there is one table you can see here on page number 36. 3 examples are given. You can see here 3 examples are given on page number 36. Okay. So I will read that. First example is that separate stones from rice. Okay. Ask to your grandmother or your mother. Okay. She is removing the stones from rice. Correct? Means again here is a separation method. Then churning milk to obtain butter. Okay. We know that the butter we get from milk. But that process is known as churning, that you can see here. Okay. See, this process is known as churning of milk to obtain butter. Then third example is separate tea leaves. Means behind that, okay, behind the separation there are some reasons that why we are removing the substances. Okay, tea leaves are not useful to us. Okay. Some persons are there, they are drinking the tea leaves with the tea as it is. But normally we cannot drink that. That's why we are removing stones from the rice. Why we are removing? Can you eat rice with stones? No. Means there are some reasons of separation. Okay, behind separation methods. So one by one now we will start some methods of separation which are traditional methods. Okay, traditional means what? In day-to-day life we are using that method. Now which are that methods? See, hand picking, threshing, winnowing and sieving. Understood? These are the 4 methods which you can say that these are traditional methods that we can use in our daily life. Okay. So first we will start our hand picking method that we will learn through one experiment. Okay. Okay. See, I have taken chanas and fenugreek. Okay. Imagine that. See, now I will mix this thing. Okay. Now see, hand picking means what? Now I want to separate the fenugreek and chanas. So what will I do? Okay, like this I can separate the chanas, because chanas are little bit bigger than fenugreek, so it is easy to separate the chanas instead of fenugreek. Okay, fenugreek means your methi. See, done. And then I can use this methi. So understood the hand picking method? Yes, now we will learn about this in more. Understood hand picking method? What we have done? When the impurities are in less amount. Okay, now the chanas and methis are not impurities. But when we are considering about rice, okay, in rice the stones are there. But the stones are in less amount. So easily we can remove that. Okay, just pick and remove with the help of our hand. And that's why the method is known as hand picking. Understood about the hand picking? See, the 2 points are important while learning the hand picking, where impurities are in less amount. Okay, if the rice is like this and the stones are like this, you cannot remove the stones. You can remove the rice. Means what? The impurities should be in less amount, then only you can use this hand picking method. Understood? Yes. See, can be easily picked by hand. Now hand picking method is there, means we cannot use our leg, correct? So we can use our hand only. This is called hand picking. Now second one is threshing. Before threshing, can you tell me about harvesting? Have you heard that word, harvesting of crops? Have you observed about harvesting? No. Yes, so harvesting is actually a process of cutting of crops. Okay, when the crops are grown properly, then we are cutting that crops. So that process is known as harvesting. But can you tell me, after harvesting, immediately can we use that grains? No, we cannot use that, because whatever the stalks are there, means you can say that, okay, this is the harvesting. Means I have just cut that. The grains are here. So directly can you use that grains for eating? No. So here we can use threshing method. Okay. What we are doing in threshing? See, the bundles of crops, okay, we can hold like this and we are beating that bundle on wood, on ground. Okay. So that is known as threshing. So what happened after threshing? Okay, after beating, the grains are removed from that stalk, from that crops. Understood the threshing part? Nowadays, thresher machine is there. Okay, means that threshing we can do manually also, through machine also. Okay, normally farmers nowadays are using machines. Okay, but before machines, farmers are doing manually. Okay, means after beating that crops and then they are removing, they are separating the grains from that stalks. Understood threshing? Yes. Next is about winnowing. Okay, winnowing, I have written here, use of air or wind and lighter versus heavier. After threshing with the grains, some impurities are also there. Now what are the impurities? Maybe the dry leaves, okay, or some sand is there, okay. So that we have to remove with the help of winnowing method. So you can see in your textbook that winnowing method. Okay, see, one lady is taking grains here and she is just shaking that thing. So what happened, when the air is coming, whatever the lighter things are there, okay, whatever the things that are in light in weight, they are removed and the grains are collected here. Can you see? See page number 37. So So that process is known as winnowing, where we can separate out the lighter things from the heavier things. Understood? So when we can use the winnowing method only when the impurities are in light weight. Then only we can use winnowing method. Why? Because in winnowing we are using air or wind. Okay? Means like shaking we are doing, and when the air is coming, the lighter part separate and the grains collected downside. Understood the winnowing? Next and the last method of traditional method is of sieving. Now what is the sieving? Have you seen your mother before preparing the roti and all? She's used something. Okay, that's sieve. Like this. Okay, so this is called sieve. Sieve is the instrument that we are using in sieving method. Okay, now here, while if you want to use the sieving, the particles are of different sizes. Okay, means what? That we will see one activity. Okay. Guess what are these things that I have taken? Both are in same size, in same color. So can you guess? No. Okay, I will tell you. So this is salt and this is baking soda. If I mix that things like this, salt and see. Now I have mixed. Okay. Now can you separate out the salt and baking soda? By hand picking, by threshing, by winnowing, by sieving. Can you separate these things? No. By all these methods we cannot separate these things. Means what? Our sieving method we can use only when both the substances are of different size. Okay, like your atta and the stones that present in atta. So the particles of atta are smaller in size, where the stones are bigger in size, and then only we can separate the stones from that atta. Understood? The sieving process, the particles should be are of different sizes, then only we can use sieving method. Okay? And whatever the sieve that we are using, maybe the pores are there. Pores means the small holes are there that present on that sieve. Maybe the pores are smaller in size, maybe the pores are bigger in size. Have you seen any construction site? Okay, you can see in your textbook. See, at construction site, the sieve is of little bit bigger in pores, because here they have to remove the stones from the sand. Correct? And that's why they are using that type of sieve. But at home we are using the sieve which is of smaller pores. Understood all these methods? Okay. So let's revise things that we have learned in this session. First we have learned about mixtures. Okay. What are the mixtures? So mixtures are made up of two or more substances. Then we learn the solid, liquid and gas. Okay, the mixture is maybe of solid, liquid or liquid gas. So in this session we have learned about the separation methods, where we are removing solid from solid. Okay, so all these four methods like hand picking, threshing, winnowing, sieving, we can use only in the separation of solid substances. Okay, so don't confuse. Okay, hand picking, threshing, winnowing and sieving. So today's homework is that you have to write this table in your notebook. Okay, you can take screenshot of this and then this table in your notebook. After writing the notebook, you have to write a short note on each and every method. For example, if you want to write about hand picking, okay, point wise, you have to write at least 4 to 5 points. Understood? Okay, so here I have completed my first session and I hope you have understand all the things